Hey guys, it's Millsy 1995 2012 here. I'm back again. Uh, yeah, I believe in my last video I actually said that now that I'm back, I'm gonna make a lot more videos. And now, fast forward nearly a month later, and this is the first one I'm making in a while. So I apologize about that. Bit hypocritical of me, but yeah, I do have a reason. I was busy with uni and stuff like that, so I didn't really have the energy to make any videos, but I'm back now. So I promise this time I'm gonna stay true to my word. I will make a lot more videos. Um, but the obvious reason for this one, of course, Hell in a Cell, this coming Sunday. So I thought I'd quickly preview that. Just give my overall thoughts on the card itself and the way it's been built up, and why I think it's been pretty piss weak, to be honest. Like I haven't made a video in 3 weeks, but has there really been anything noteworthy to talk about anyway? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, the one storyline, the one thing that us fans were really digging, the Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins feud, they somehow managed to screw that up because for some reason John Cena had to get involved because Cena has to do that. Whenever something's hot, he just has to get involved. I don't know if that's him, if that's John's fault or it's just Vince, just loving this guy so much. I'm not sure. But the point is, they took something great and, nearly damn near fucked it up. But, at least they got around, at least they got past all that, and at least we're finally getting this freaking match that we've waited so long for, and that all of this build up has finally, it's all gonna pay off. So I'm looking forward to that match, and that alone is essentially the only reason why I am going to order this show. Just because I want to see that match pay off. The rest of the card, I mean, I reckon the matches will be alright, like especially the undercard, but I feel that this whole card is, apart from the one match, is full of rematches that we've already seen on free to air television, or it's matches that center around storylines that I don't think anyone could give a rat's ass about, to be honest. And the case in point there would be Cena versus Orton and the Bella Twins feud. But I'll get to those when I get to them. But getting into the card, the first match, Dolph Ziggler versus Cesaro. Apparently it's a 2 out of 3 falls match. I don't know if that's been confirmed, but that's what I saw on Wikipedia, which isn't really all that reliable. So I'll just take it with a grain of salt at this point. But getting to this match, again, this is like a common problem with WWE. No feud here whatsoever. How does Cesaro get a title match out of nowhere? He gets buried for 6 months, and now suddenly he's number one contender. I know he beat Ziggler on freaking Raw, which is another thing I hate. How beating the champion in a non-title match automatically makes you a number one contender, because they already gave the match away, so is there really any need to see it again? I just never liked that. I don't know why they have to bury, or not necessarily bury, but take all the champion's momentum, from underneath him, just to establish a number one contender. I just don't get it. But getting past all that, I think this will be a good match. I didn't see their Raw match, but I heard it was pretty solid. And you would expect that from these two, both great workers. Dolph Ziggler, you would have to think, would retain, unless they're actually going to do something with Cesaro, which for a long time seemed, you know, like it was never going to happen. So I'm guessing Ziggler will retain. I don't necessarily see the point in Cesaro winning here. And then we have another rematch. We got Stardust and Goldust versus Usos for the Tag Team Championships. A match with, how many 6-man tags have these two teams been involved in? And, they had a match the previous month. So again, these fucking rematches. And look, I understand, like, there are times where you have to have rematches, but you only do that for matches that have well-established feuds, and this doesn't, because again, the creative team has put no effort into trying to create a feud between these two teams. They just put them together for the sake of having a tag team match. So it's hard to really care about this match and a lot of matches on this card. But again, I think it will be a good match. I guess Stardust and Goldust would have to retain. Again, it doesn't really make all that much sense for the Usos to win, so I'm going to go with Stardust to retain. And then we got another rematch, and this one's been beaten to death, quite honestly. AJ Lee versus Paige for the Divas Championship. And look, I'm not trying to complain all that much about all these rematches, because they are good matches. I just wish we could see something fresh, and this is the case here. This is a feud that's been going on. How long now? 5-6 months, and they've had 4 or 5 pay-per-view matches. Not to mention all the matches they've been involved with on Raw and SmackDown and all that. So, I'm not sure if they're just continuing to do this match because WWE realizes that these are probably the 2 best divas in the locker room, or it's just the fact that the rest of the divas are just horrible and lack the credibility to even be in contention for the Divas title. I'm not sure. A part of me thinks that the other divas are just too preoccupied with being reality TV show stars that they're not really focused on the championship, and they just don't care, so they just have to keep throwing this match at us. And again, I'm not complaining, because they have had good matches in the past, and I'm sure they'll have another good one. Yeah, it's just the fact that we're just getting the same match, and there's been no really recent storyline developments, and the storyline hasn't been all that great either. Again, it's just another case where the creative team gives them shit, and the girls just have to go out there and try their hardest. And to their credit, they do. But it'd be nice if they actually got a rub from the creative team for once. And I could say that about the whole entire roster. But now I'm getting sidetracked. But getting back to this match, again, I think it'll be a good match, and I'm guessing AJ will retain. I don't know, because they play hot potato with this title so much that I would not be surprised if Paige won, but I'll go with AJ. And then we have Big Show versus Rusev in a match that we've already seen on Raw. So again, if you're giving it to us for free on Monday Night Raw, what you're pretty much telling us is that this match isn't worth paying for. So that doesn't really make any sense to me. But I do want to comment about what they did on the recent Raw with the Soldier. I understand a lot of people being pissed off or offended by what they did, but I'll give WWE credit. It was something different. It was edgy, and it helps advance the storyline. So I'll give them credit there. And again, I understand people being offended by what they did, but it wasn't a real Soldier, so I didn't really see the harm in it. But getting to this match, surely Rusev will win. It makes no sense for Big Show to win. I know that Rusev is going to have his fall eventually because the USA always comes out on top in these storylines. But as for now, Rusev should win here. It just doesn't make any sense for Big Show to win at this point. Maybe later on down the road, but not here. And then we have Sheamus versus The Miz for the United States Championship. This one I don't really understand. I mean, The Miz loses the Intercontinental Championship, and now he's the number one contender for the United States Championship. I got no idea why they're doing that. It makes no sense whatsoever to me, but what do I know? And again, I think this could be a good match. They're both good workers. It's just hard to care about this match when there's been no storyline developments whatsoever. It's just impossible to care about this match. Sheamus will win. I don't realistically see The Miz winning because, again, it makes no sense. Again, I think it'll be a good match. Sheamus to win. It's just too bad I don't really care. And then we get to this, and I gotta talk about this, don't I? Brie Bella versus Nikki Bella with the stipulation that the loser must become the winner's personal assistant for 30 days, and if she does not comply, she must quit WWE. Oh, fuck. Who cares? Does anyone care at this point? Like, anyone? Because I don't. I haven't. I'll admit, it was shocking. No. It was shocking when Nikki turned on Brie, but ever since then, we've been treated to segment after segment of terrible acting that no one gives a living fuck about. It's hard to get behind it when the acting is so terrible that you can't help but just laugh and mock at it. Because, it's laughably terrible and kind of sad at the same time that WWE has stooped to this level, but they have. And at this point, I just don't care. I think Nikki will win, because, Brie going over doesn't really make any sense given the stipulation. In this storyline, we're meant to feel sympathy for Brie, so surely Nikki would win here. But at this point, I just don't care. It'll either be this match or the next match I'm going to talk about that will be my meal break, because who cares? No one. So, Nikki to win, but again, I don't give a fuck. And speaking of not giving a fuck, John Cena versus Randy Orton, number 857. Yeah. Again, who cares? Oh my god. They have beaten this match down our skulls, and it's driving me crazy. I can't believe they didn't learn from the Royal Rumble when they got essentially booed out of the building. and yet they're still doing this match, and it doesn't warrant a Hell in a Cell match. Like, the only reason this match is happening because John Cena lost a pole match, which again, and the stipulation is that the winner becomes the number one contender for the WWE Championship. So you mean to tell me that John Cena losing that pole match means he could possibly be the number one contender for the WWE Championship? That makes no fucking sense to me. That seriously makes no sense. So you mean to tell me that John Cena was better off losing because now he's in contention for the WWE title? Again, where's the common sense in here? But I wish that was the only bad thing I could say about this match. I mean, no one cares. They've already had a Hell in a Cell match and it sucked. All of their other matches, apart from their SummerSlam 07 match and maybe their Iron Man match, have sucked. So there is no reason to care whatsoever. There is no reason to believe that this match is going to be any good, because it won't be. I mean, they've proven it a million times that they just don't have the chemistry to work a good match. Yet WWE continually tells us that this is one of the greatest rivalries of all time and that we should be invested in it, when we're not. It's clear. Again, look at the Royal Rumble. Booed out of the building, and yet we're still getting the match. It makes no sense to me. But as for who I think will win, I pray to God Cena doesn't win, because who wants to see him in the title picture again? No one. Yeah, and like Orton versus Lesnar has been rumored for a while. I know a lot of people actually want that match. I don't really care. I don't see the appeal in it, quite honestly. But yeah, I want Orton to win this match, because I just don't want Cena to be in the championship picture again. So hopefully Orton wins. But again, I could not care less about this match at this point, because I've just seen it so many times that who cares? That's all I can say about it. And then we get to the main event. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell match. The true main event of this card. And I didn't say before, but if Cena and Orton main event this show, I'm going to go fucking ballistic. Because, does anyone remember Royal Rumble 06 when Kurt Angle and Mark Henry main evented, and you could actually see people leaving while the match was taking place? I could very well see this happening if Cena versus Orton main event, and I'd laugh my ass off if it did, because it would just show that no one cares. But now I'm getting sidetracked. Getting back to Rollins and Ambrose. Again, I was disappointed how they progressed this feud, because it was so hot. Pretty much until Night of Champions, and then again, Cena had to get involved for whatever reason, and they almost ruined it. Thankfully, cooler heads prevailed, and I think the strength of the initial feud between Rollins and Ambrose saved it, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this match. I think it's potential show stealer, definitely. They have it in the palm of their hands. They just have to take advantage of it. And I think this could be one of the best matches of the year. So, yeah, as for who will win, I don't really know. I guess it depends. If they want to continue this feud, then probably have Seth Rollins go over. But if it's going to be the end of it, then I guess Ambrose. But again, I'm not really sure. I actually don't really care about the result. I just want to see the match, because I reckon it would be terrific. I pray to God that the Authority does not get involved, or anyone get involved, because just let these two have the match, the great match that I know they can. Just everyone that is, if WWE is considering having like a screw job finish, then just fuck off. Because these two just need to have the match. These two young guys who are the future of WWE, just let them have the spotlight for once. Don't ruin it by having someone else steal it. Because I know these two they'll take full advantage of the opportunity that they've been given. So yeah, there's my Hell in a Cell preview. I hope everyone liked it. Like I said, overall, this card hasn't had much build up. But I do think the wrestlers will go out there and put on a good show, apart from a few matches that are pretty much already doomed. And again, it's got the main event that I really want to see. So, yeah, be on the lookout for my review. I'll try and upload it as soon as the show's finished, essentially. And, yeah, look out for some other videos. Like I said, I promise I'm going to upload way more than what I have been. So, be on the lookout for all those. And, yeah, later, everybody.